Okay, guys, so before we officially start, I need to know, well, it's really not worth streaming like this because this is a high traffic time and it would seem that everybody is using the internet, therefore it's not really possible for me to stream tonight because I am not getting a steady connection. Even if I lower the bitrate, it still doesn't matter because it's dipping down to legitimately below even the lowest setting that I would put this on. And it's just a constant drop frames for me. So I don't know if this is going to be worth it tonight. I'm not even sure if you all can hear me or not. But yeah, I just don't see this happening. It's just constant. There is no... Let me try dipping the bitrate down to just at 1000, but you guys were all saying how terrible quality that was last time. But even then, it's still dipping below. So now I have it on 1000. And it's still gonna dip below that. You can hear me, okay. Yeah, I'm just, I'm looking at this right now. It seems like it's kind of steady around 1200. But the stream quality, as you can see, is really low. It's really, you can see it's all pixelated now. Versus what it should be is a little bit clearer. I would like to upload a lot higher quality, but... yeah, the internet thing is just killer. I don't seem to be dropping frames anymore. I think I can even set it up another 100. So let me try doing this to 1100. Because it seems like I am set at 1200 kilobytes a second. There we goes 1300. It hasn't dipped below that yet. Usually I am streaming at about 1800, so it provides a good bit more quality. So I'm just kind of looking at my OBS right now. I'm just expecting it to really conk out, but it seems like ever since I lowered the bitrate there, it's doing a little bit better. My speed test isn't really doing all that well either. It doesn't seem like... it's just why? You know, the whole world, the whole, you know, internet service is supposed to revolve around me, right? You know, why does everybody else have to get all the internets? See, wait, what? My upload speed is doing incredible right now. Okay, my download speed is at 27 megabytes a second, alright? So that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm paying for. Now let's see my upload. Okay, so my upload rate is really low right now. It's like at 1.2 megabytes a second. Alright, but we can work with that, I think. I think we can work with this. But, yeah, so let's just give this a try. You guys tell me, is this too low quality for you? I'm going to close out all of my excess applications. Open up the world. Turn off all that. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of fly around a little bit. And tell me, I know that's what matters, but yeah, anyways, tell me, is this like too pixelated for you guys? I'm just gonna kind of move around a little bit. As long as I don't do any fast movements, I think we'll be okay. But still, 1100 is like really low. Something's really bothering me about this song. I'm gonna skip it. There we go. It's okay. I'm gonna keep Ookla open so I can do periodic speed tests to see and gauge kind of where my internet is. And there we go. I'm dipping way below again. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling like building tonight. But yeah, let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. I need to really look into what you were suggesting there last night, Pirate Lord, about getting a new router. Because you said that a router could fix my issues. So, but yeah, I need to kind of get a little more information on that. Okay, what was I gonna do? All right, let's go ahead and turn the replay on. Hey, Inanimate. Yeah, it has been a while. How you doing? But yeah, welcome to everybody. Wizard Sir Avery, Renz the Vra, Sam Hain. Give me 1 second. Let me get back in the world here first before we start welcoming everybody. There we go. Lomo Salthad, Pirate Lord, great to see you. The Pharaoh's Scat. The Pharaoh's Cat. The Pharaoh's Cat. No, the Pharaoh's Cat. There we go. The Pharaoh's Cat. Lava Kalava, how you doing? Inanimate Object, Keegan. And yeah, welcome. Yes, this is on Minecraft. This is Conquest Reforged that we are using here. But yes, this is, you can use this if you want. This is, the old Minecrafts. Oh yeah, and I need to use that mossy stone. Still waiting for that waterfall. Well, you gotta wait till we get to that part of the, underground there, Avery. That's gonna be in the Crystal Cavern. I kind of have a plan how that's gonna work out, too. So, if you stay around and watch, you'll probably see it being built eventually. But that will happen. Don't worry, I have not forgotten. There we go. Just want to add in a little bit of this around. Give us a little bit more schnaz, if you know what I mean. Hey there, Alex. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Jacomi. How you doing? Alex Hunter and Obvious Cop. How you doing? Great to see ya. Why do so many pronounce my name wrong? Keegan. 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 There we go. I apologize. Keegan. Keegan. Key something or another. Crystal Caverns. Yes, that's coming up. Watching on my phone and can't see properly. Yeah, well, the I have the stream set to really low quality because my ISP is not really providing the service that they are supposed to be providing. So it's just kind of a pain. I never had this problem at my old place. And now that I've moved, ever since then, it seems like the service has just been really dismal. But thus is the way of life. Dismal service. I sound very, dismal, don't I? Oh, well. And Trilaton, how you doing? Welcome. Kalava. Wrong, so don't feel bad. I'm watching on my phone, too, and it's alright. Oh, I gotcha. Working on my RPG series right now. How are you? Oh, I keep talking to Pirate Lord. I've been fine. Really busy, so I haven't been able to watch the streams. Well, I'm glad that you were able to stop by this one there, Jacomi. Been missing you. But I understand the whole being busy part. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But it's great to see you around when you're able. Okay. I just want to add a little bit of this mossy stone just kind of around in areas. Just something like that. That'll give us a little bit more variety in color and such around here. Put that there, good. What are you planning on working on today? We're going to be working on the atmosphere here, continuing where we left off yesterday. And then we still got to figure out kind of like little knick-knack details to add up here. I was kind of thinking putting that picnic table up here with maybe like some kind of gardeny thing to make it look a little bit better. It was either that or put more beehives up here for the chandelier, which I think would make more sense. But I haven't fully decided yet. So we'll just keep throwing some blocks around and maybe we'll come up with a more solid plan here soon. Good to see you got some time, I know, right? It's not necessarily I got time as I got motivation. I don't got time as much, but I make the time. And when you make the time to do something, you tend to have more time, you know what I mean? This whole Minecraft thing is inspired based for me. I don't just, you know, do it as some kind of yeah, anyways, I just don't do it because I have to. I do it because I want to, and that's why I'm here. I enjoy it. Just tilted the screen, it's much better. I'm tired today. That's good. Are you using Cocoa shaders or CUDAs? I'm using TME. This is TME Shaders version 3. It's by Crankerman. Is that the shaders that I usually use to build? I suppose we could use, let's use Conquest of the Sun. Time set 6,000. Do you guys prefer that shader a little bit better? Or do you like the other one? Am I missing anything? What do you plan on working on today? Really busy, so I've been able to watch his streams. Okay. So, we need to add in a few more of these little miscellaneous trees here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the stuff to build them. We need those, and a little bit of those. All right. They both are fine. Okay. I just was wondering if one preferred the one shader over the other, but if it doesn't matter, it's okay by me. You think it gives more contrast? Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. It does give a little bit of contrast. Honestly, out of all the shaders though, this one here, as soon as it loads, this one here, I find to be the most appealing because you don't get any of that chattering when you're moving. Like Conquest of the Sun, or really any shader pack, always has this kind of chattering look when you're moving around, and it just gets really annoying. But I do find that this shader is the most clear, and I do like it because of that. This is Zeus Renewed. I love this shader pack. I'm happy as long as we can see. Are you able to see? That's the question. I do have my stream settings down really low because I've been having some issues, unfortunately. All right. And we'll throw that down there. But I hope everybody's doing well today. Anything exciting going on? Oh man, I'm so happy it's the weekend. I had kind of not a bad, I guess I kind of had a bad day today. Not that anything bad went to happen, but it's just like, I get really flustered. Like say if I make a mistake early in the day, and then it just kind of like deadens my day throughout the rest of the day. And then it kind of gets really, I just can't wait to get out of there. But anyways, so happy to finally be out of there. And where I want to be versus where I have to be, but that is the fact of life. They never come out right. It's literally just randomly placing blocks or placing things. Hey, my cat is chewing on some cords, so I just had to tell him no. How would you feel about having to go back to vanilla Minecraft? That wouldn't happen. I would rather just not do anything Minecraft than go back to vanilla. That's just not my style. he's attacking cords behind my desk. Goodness gracious. He wants my attention. That's what he wants. He wants me to get off and, like, you know, go for him so that I get up. Oh, that's what cats are. How much longer are you streaming for? Might take a quick shower, but don't want to miss anything. I will be streaming for probably another, let's see here. It is 5:55 now. Another 2 hours or so. I'm going to get this cat out of my room. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? He's chewing on my webcam cord. Alright, let's see. Is any other cords back there? Nope, that's it. I always unplug my webcam when I'm not using it. Call me, what do you call it? Silly or whatever. What is your favorite plot building world for Conquest Reforged? Plot building world? What do you mean by that? I'm gonna make a little one of these. Num 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 cords. Let's make a little one of these. I guess we'll just build it right here. Just a little tiny one. Right like that, and just kind of throw in a few of these around. Because we need to appeal to the kind of dynamics of how things grow. Because obviously you want to just have adult trees everywhere. You'd also have saplings and smaller trees. And that's what we're trying to do right there. And I think what we're also going to need is another large tree that's going to kind of come out here. It's going to be coming out of the cliff with its roots kind of overhanging. Oh, this is such a... I like this idea. It's going to have like the roots coming out the bottom and kind of overhanging. And then the tree is going to kind of grow out this way. So it's going to grow up like diagonally and up. And then it's going to kind of overhang the creek here. But the trick is that when we build it, that it doesn't look like it's cut off from this side. So we're going to have to make it, whatever tree that we do is going to have to fit that description, that it doesn't just like look like that it's cut off from the side. So like when you're walking along the side of the plot, it looks like a full tree. That is the hope here. And I think I might... No, I don't want to do that. Looks good in the shader. I still need to fix all this dirt underneath. That's not supposed to be like, or all this grass underneath the water. But yeah. Gorbash, how you doing? And good day to you as well. Welcome to the stream. I think we could probably do a different type of tree here. Even though we've already done different types of trees everywhere. I'm not sure. Do I want to do a different type of tree here, or do I want to use one of my original trees as inspiration? Just gonna kind of run around. Honestly, I think we need another one of these. So a pine tree, but that kind of flows kind of diagonally. Yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe what we could do, actually, to make it seem like it's on the plot a little bit more, is make it where this baby tree is. Because this tree is a major purpose marker. You know, we don't want this just random... You know, you don't want to have this massive hole in the side. You want to be able to block that somewhat, so that when you're inside the plot, you don't lose your immersion from seeing the outside. There we go. So I kind of imagine this like the trunk would be kind of like that somewhat. I think I might start it a little bit sooner. So like it kind of comes out like from the side like that. And then it kind of twists up. I've seen trees like this before, and I really like, not this size though, which is the a thing, and not a pine tree at that. I've seen oak trees or similar type of trees with this kind of how it kind of grows out from the side and up. Possibly it's caused from the tree falling over early in its development, and then the roots take hold again, and then it starts growing up like it's supposed to. And then that would kind of make sense why this tree is as it is. So let's just see what this will work. Just put a star on top. Okay, so we need some of these up here. Very, very good. Yeah, okay, we can work with this. Now we're going to go ahead and start working on a few branches. I'm trying to remember how I did things over here. I don't think I did any... No, I didn't do any extra blocking around. So we're just going to use... What are these? Pine log walls. And then we just kind of throw some branches out like so, wherever we feel like they're needed. And having built it a little bit closer or a little bit farther into the plot will allow us to be able to make a lot of branches and make this feel so much more, so much thicker than say it would have if we built it closer to the plot edge, in which case it would have been very hard to fill this in and make it into an eye blocker, which is the purpose of this tree in the first place. I live in a city where rivers go through it, and there's parts where there's a steep cliff, and it's really cool to see a tree roots almost like a wall on the cliff. Yeah, maybe what we could do, this was the original plan, is that the roots of this tree could possibly kind of stick out from the cliff or the cliffside there. I think that would be a neat little additional detail to add in. Possibly have an animal den down there, because usually on the sides of rivers there's always eroded away riverbanks, of course, and there's tree roots that were part of those banks, and then they kind of, like the dirt that was under those trees kind of gets eroded away. We don't really have that anywhere here except for this one tree up here so far. I'm just going to show you that, guys, that really fast. But as you can see, it's kind of like a place where the bank has been eroded away, and the tree here kind of got, like, the roots got exposed. That's what I was trying to do there. Hey there, VipVap, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Alright, so a few more of these things around, I think we'll be golden. Let's just do that, and I would say that is a good foundation, other than the fact that we need to lead this branch down here a good bit farther out. I think something like that. There we go. This one, well, maybe just these branches need to kind of come out a little bit farther. Yeah, that's kind of what we needed, something like that. We can look at from this side. We're kind of missing a branch in this general area, so we'll go ahead and build one right here. Okay, good enough for me. And now we're gonna start adding in the smaller branches. There's always phases in tree building, and you try to be as natural as you can, of course, but obviously there is a system to it. You don't just throw in branches wherever. It's all part of a cohesive design so that you don't have a tree that's lopsided. Like when you look at this tree, I was kind of thinking that maybe we need to cover in that area down there. But the reason why that I did not do that is you see how it reaches down on this side, and then it kind of like sticks up on the left. Say if it was like the same level over here as it was over there, or as it is over there, then that area would have to be filled. But since we have the balance with the kind of lopsided tree, the AKA natural kind of design to the tree, it makes this a lot more acceptable. And as you look at it from pretty much all angles, it doesn't really matter what it looks like from the back, as obviously that, you know, it really doesn't matter, but From anywhere on the inside of the plot, trees should always have a cohesive kind of design to them. Raz loves jazz. Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. But I'm not claiming to be a tree expert in any way, shape, or form. There are plenty of people out there that do have that title as tree experts. Haven't done any research. I don't know the facts. I just kind of do what looks good. And that is the way I build. Here we go. We're listening to, what is this, jazz right now? Huh. It's World of Warcraft music, so this doesn't sound very World of Warcrafty. Here, change the music up, make it a little more atmospheric. Hey there, Milge, how you doing? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna do another quick internet test and see if we can up the quality here. Hopefully everybody's stopped, or magically stopped using the internet so that I can allocate a little bit more quality to our stream. That would be nice. Alright there, Con Man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, though. I'll see you next time. And no, it's not. My internet is still stuck at 1 megabyte a second upload. Recite the pledge. Oh, goodness. Here it comes again. Alright. Because I don't remember how it goes. I even get the swordfish pledge in PMs, so, it's getting pretty extreme there, guys. Alright, so we are going to throw in another branch right here. And another branch right there, I suppose. Now, is that? Yeah, that's pretty much the plot border, so we can't really go over that. We'll throw one right here, I think. Yeah. Bad memories. You don't ask Jacomi. It's preferable that you don't know what's going on. I prefer I didn't know what was. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on. So even I don't know what's going on. So that makes it all the more interesting. All right. It's okay if you say that every now and then there, Con Man, but don't spam my chat with it, alright? That's not acceptable. Okay, so we got the bottom branches kind of prepared to go. I do like the cohesion of this. It is looking alright. But yeah, no more of that, or otherwise we will probably, yeah, anyways, just don't do it again. Don't do it again! Will there be leaves? Yes, there will be leaves. And it's going fantastic there, Max. How are you? Welcome. Great to see you. Alright, and now we're going to continue up this way. Throw in a few more leaves up here. Well, not leaves, branches, so that we can put some more leaves. Okay. And like that. We do want it kind of to taper inwards. Pine trees usually have more of a cone shape versus a broad leaf shape. That's a typical pine tree fact, at least. I suppose there are pine trees out there. I'm trying to remember if I've seen one myself, where they kind of bush out at the top, but I don't think that is the case. Actually, no, there are my parents' house. We have pine trees that are less cone shaped and more like yeah, they're just less cone shaped. All right, this actually is a little bit too wide of a branch, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that back there. There we go. That way we still maintain that cone shape there. Yeah, the idea is that I tilt it over, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe erode the cliff away a good bit here so that the roots of this tree are really exposed. Gotta go check my bread. Smells like it's done. Did you make me any their cop? I would be very saddened to hear that you did not make any bread for Ducon. My cat is sniffing the mic. If you guys are hearing some little pops and things or sniffs, that's the cat. Wondering what's going on. What is this glowing blue thing? That's my pet talks into. You guys do realize that I was made aware of this not too long ago. No. You know, dogs are our pets. Horses are technically our pets. What the heck? Okay, I don't know what my cat's doing. Leave. Get out. Alright, next time this cat leaves the room, I'm gonna close the door. Did you start on the outside of the Chandler's house last stream? Yes, I did there, Milnge. I'm gonna show you really quickly what we did. We did kind of a little bit of detailing back here. Not fully finished. We added a little chicken coop, a little grapevine, a little wood chopping area. And then, let me get this cat out of here. Alright, get out. Come on, bud. Nope, don't go back there. Come on. Come on. There he is. Get out. Come on. Go. There we go. Alrighty, mission accomplished. Alrighty, so did you start on the house? Yes, I don't know if there's a problem on my part, but yeah, it's on my part there, Free Bear. I apologize for the stream quality, but it's really low tonight as my upload speed is currently at 1 megabyte per second, and so I'm maxing out my stream, my streaming bit rate, and even that is really dipping below. So it's just overall not a, oh wait, what? Oh no, this is download right now. Goodness, I hate this. Why can't I have reliable service? But yeah, for those of you that, I mean, I completely understand if you're not interested in watching a low quality stream. That's definitely, that would bother me as well. But one way or the other, I'm here, placing blocks. And just gonna keep placing blocks. Streaming really kind of inspires me to build. It's like a way for me to really just sit down for a while and concentrate on the building aspect. And that's one big reason why I enjoy doing this, is it really helps me get in the creative mood. I do kind of also depend on you guys, because I do get in points where I kind of go blank on ideas, and having like just multitudes of ideas just like thrown at me all over the place, like it really helps me concentrate and, you know, pretty much, you know, be able to build unique stuff. Another really neat part about having a community and streaming and all that good stuff, doing videos, just overall publicizing content, is the ideas part. Do you build better if you listen to music? Because I do. Music helps me build. Yeah, whenever I'm building, I listen to music. Especially, I mean, I rarely, especially nowadays, rarely ever build on my own. But honestly, the funny thing is, well, no, not really. I used to like listen to like higher beat music when building for time lapses, because on a time lapse, it's kind of important to build fast so that you can keep up with the camera. Like back in the old times when you had to keep up with your camera versus having a replay mod. The replay mod allows you to build however fast you want without having any like, you know, worrying about the camera, like its angle changing over time and then you're out of the camera angle because of whatever reason. So being able to have the replay mod just changes that to a whole new level and gives me the ability to kind of build whatever I want, wherever I want, without any worries. What is a stream without religious fervor? Oh, goodness gracious. You're impossible, con man. You are impossible. Impossible. Are you thinking of adding beehives behind or next to the chandelier? I was thinking, I have beehives over here. And I think I might add in a few more beehives in this general area. But I think what we need to do, we need to add more of a backdrop here. I need more trees or just relative things to make it a little more interesting there. Before we actually do all this, I do need to finish this tree. I do need to finish this tree. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. What else do we need? Put that there. That there. Okay. Yeah, I just need to really get into finishing this tree here. Okay. Put you there. You there. You there. Alright, so now we should start seeing the overall idea of this tree kind of coming together there. Don't do it, Aconite. Don't do it. You will be lost. Your soul will be forever tormented in a never-ending cycle of oblivion. If you join that cult, it will destroy you. It always comes across as fun and games and it'll be great. It's just the best. But then you slowly come to realize your mistake. But it's too late then, because you're already committed. Your life is already taken out of your hands, out of your control, and put into control of the swordfish. There we go, con man. Are you happy now? All right, so let's continue here. I think what we're doing is a little bit too thick here towards the top. I need to skinny it up a little bit. I suppose that'll be okay. Maybe doing that will be a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. And that there. All right, I'm liking it. Put that there. Sweet. Trees coming together, guys. I'm a heartless heretic. Are heretics heartless? Or are they smart? The ones that deny the all-powerful swordfish, are they heartless or are they one step ahead? What am I trying to say? I don't even know. I don't even know. Honestly, I'm just trying to avoid the conversation. We'll just say that. Let's see. We'll see what else we can do here. More leaves. Yes, more leaves. More leaves everywhere. This is a very large tree. One thing we need to do is we need to put a pine tree kind of like, I guess right here. There needs to be a pine tree kind of centered in the plot, because right now if we just do pine trees like all the way around, it's going to look very unnatural because the trees are just kind of like statically on the sides of the plot. But if we build them somewhat in the plot, it'll break up that static, rather unnatural design, quote-unquote, flaw, and it will really bring it together. So literally just one pine tree in the middle of the plot will work. That's all we need. Oh, goodness. I'm going to do my internet test again. So I heard several people had said that getting a router will fix my internet issues. Now the thing is, would a router plug into my modem, which would then plug into my computer? Is that kind of the idea? So like the modem is where it starts, or my gateway device is where it starts. And then it would plug into my router, and then the router would plug into my computer. Is that how it works, or can someone kind of, what do you say, expand on that? All right, there we go, a little more here. Unfortunately, oh, we can, good. We're not quite on the side of the plot there, so we can still throw a few leaves in. Fill that area in. There we go. You would need a new modem. Can use the gateway. Can use the gateway if you get a router. Can't use the gateway or can use the gateway? What do you mean? And I will be moving out by the end of the year, so there is also the hope that wherever I move to next has better service, because living in an apartment complex, I'm sure, has its issues with internet usage. Your gateway is already doing the job of router and will conflict with your new router. Ah, I got you then. Okay. So I need to buy two things. I need to buy a router and a modem. And each costing about $300 a piece. Am I right? All right. Where's the GoFundMe sites? Can somebody link me GoFundMe here real quick? I'm just kidding. How do I join? We are equal under this form. I need to download Discord again. Hey there, Ritter Mamboos. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. You know, there's probably going to be like swordfish memorabilia. What is that called? Memorabilia. Memorabilia. I don't know. Knickknacks. There's going to be swordfish knickknacks. Like, I can see the word in my head, but I can't pronounce it. So weird. Yes, happy music. We're listening to happy music right now. But I don't like it, so we're going to skip that. My modem cost me about $75 and does 760 megabytes down. 760 megabytes down? Man. Do you have fiber? Is that the reason why? I tried to contact the fiber provider in my town, but they never got back to me. I assume because we're not in their zone. We are in a side of town where they say they provide, but maybe we're a little like too far out or something. Like usually fiber is only provided in downtown areas. And we're not downtown. We live a good bit out in the suburbial area, but it's like a nicer suburbial area. Like it's where they're providing some of their service, but it wasn't I guess not to our area specifically. No, I have cable. Okay. Wow, I don't like this music. All right, we're going back to the beginning of this playlist, because I know this music is okay. 300 down and 300 up. 30 up. Man, I would die to have that. Now, is that what you're paying for, Pirate Lord? What are you paying for? Well, obviously that's what you're paying for, but I just don't understand. Like, my provider doesn't even provide that. Like, is that the highest tier of your internet provider? I guess we'll just say that. Is that like the highest tier, or is it just a, like, one of these several different tiers? Because we are the second highest tier of our provider. That's what I am paying for, but it's not giving me really what I'm paying for. Just overall not a very good provider, but unfortunately in my area, it's the only provider that really provides. The other, like, literally any other service provider, like, is only like 2 megabytes download and like 0.5 megabytes upload. I don't know. I remember looking into it a while back, and I just couldn't find anything better than the provider I'm using. Well, before you go to the 1 gigabyte speed, the mode can just handle more. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I guess I need to look into a modem. But the thing is, another thing I need to consider is your provider only works with specific modems, right? Like, I can't just buy any modem off the internet, right? Doesn't it have to be something somewhat specific? Is that something I'm going to have to contact my provider about and say, yo, what can I use? Alright, so we have a tree. I need to go ahead and add on a few more details. I think that's one of the details. Yes, it is. Okay. That tree looks just... Ooh, it looks weird from there. But no, I don't think it looks weird. I like it from this angle. I like it from this angle. But the issue is right there. So what we're going to have to do is knock that branch out. That right there. So that way it kind of comes up a little bit stronger. Maybe we could add in another little branch right here. It's like maybe it's starting to offshoot. So something like that, possibly. Yeah, I like that. Love it. Okay, so, but yeah, the issue that we're having is the static kind of nature of these trees just on the sides of the plot. But like I have said, having one, I'm going to say right here. Kind of, oh wait, we can't do that because of that right there. So it's gonna have to be, I suppose, right here. That way it's not in the view of the painter. Yeah, I would say right about there would be a good space for another pine tree. But yeah, you definitely want it to flow. If you go to their site, they should have a page with modems that they accept, and you can use with their service. I bought mine at Best Buy. Then you can call them and they literally help you hook it up and walk you through everything. So it's not something you can just hook up yourself, Pirate Lord? Like, do I need to call? Like, is it something I can just look online for and just hook up myself without contacting my my provider? Planned swordfish thing. Planned swordfish thing. We'll see. Like I said there, comment, I do have a very slight undeveloped plan, but it's not fully developed yet, so I shall not share it quite yet. All right, throw you there, and then we can put some roots kind of sticking out. We're gonna need some mossy stone here. Put that there and that there. I don't like that, so we're gonna have to do this. And then we're gonna need some of that right there and there. There we go. Be like that then. And I get nothing. I see. Yeah, it's gonna be in the lore because it's kind of, now I have it as a on the banner, but it's not going to be a cult. It's going to be more of a like a symbolism of the founder. Somehow I'm gonna try to figure out a way to pull it together so that it seems like the Lord of the Manor somehow is associated with swordfish, like maybe Victorum, the god of the sea, somehow is associated with swordfish, and like swordfish are kind of associated with great power of the seas, or like majesty of the seas, or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Like I said, undeveloped. I was able to look it up online which ones will work, but then you have to call them. They'll have it register it and ping it to make sure it works. Then you just return the gateway device to them and you no longer have to rent their devices. Look at it as good as investment. Yeah. What is the other building you've got planned there? That's going to be a farmhouse. That's going to be a farmhouse. Those are really the only two officialized buildings that we still have left to do on this corner. And then we're going to do a ruins over here of some kind of structure, maybe a religious structure or a fort. A redoubt is my original plan, but we'll see. As time progresses, we'll see. I am not a bot, so deal with it. Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. That's good to know, Skillywags. Good to know. Alright, so let's continue here. I think what we're going to need is a little bit more dirt down on this side. I am going to say probably a little bit of mud. I kind of want to just throw this in. I don't know if mud's really doing it for me, though. We need like a dirt type thing, but... Oh, yeah, that's the dirt with roots. Where is it? There's old podzol, but there's one with like a bunch of roots in it. That's what I want right now. It's not mycelium, overgrown podzol. Maybe it is this. No, it's not that. All right, where is it? 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 Old podzol, that's not it. Overgrown podzol, fur forest floor. Oh, goodness. Still looking, guys. It's in here somewhere. I know it is. I've seen it before, and it's like the perfect block for what we're trying to do here. Okay, maybe it is fir forest. Nope, not that. Like, it just has a bunch of roots all through it. Ah, there we go. That's what we wanted. That is what we wanted. Beautiful. Now, which one was that again? I suppose we can just go ahead and throw a little bit more of that around. Something like that. Put you right there. This part looks great. This is Zeus Renewed. Really fantastic shader pack. Alright, I need to put some kind of grass there or a bush. I'm going to say something a little bit darker, but I suppose we could just use something like that. But no, let's just look around a little bit more. Yeah, we're just going to do grass. Just throw that right there. That'll cover that up a tad bit. And then we got this. Put you there. And I think what I want to do here is kind of build this up. Something like that. And then we can use like bracken and things around it. So we'll go ahead and like add a little bit of bushes around here. I definitely want to make it feel overgrown. Better fight with swordfish swords. I don't know about that there. I'm not a butt, but I just look at it. We all have different styles and different things we enjoy. I don't like the idea of that there's one builder that's better than another. I like the idea of it's all just having fun, being in a place where we can all just enjoy the benefits of the Minecrafts. Okay, that's not going to work. I was hoping that was going to work, but it does not. This obviously needs to be something different up here. Something like that, I suppose, will be okay. And then maybe some bracken on top of there. Or maybe a hawthorn bush. I do hawthorn bushes everywhere, but I just think that the shadow of it just kind of takes the appeal away from that. So maybe we will use bracken after all. Just throw that right there. And then maybe we could use something down below. I suppose a little bit of sweetgrass there. And that's not a full block. The sweetgrass right there. And then maybe some dirt. Some of that grassy dirt. Throw that right there. Beautiful. We're really starting to come along here. It's a little bit odd looking underneath. Huh. Didn't think about that. Could you imagine what a survival player would do to this plot? What a survival player would do to this plot. What do you mean by that? I'm confused. Hey there, Lot of Life. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Great to see ya. We give a swordfish water and he gives us good luck. Okay, so I suppose we'll do that there. I do need to figure out what to do right there. That's just kind of oddball currently. Oh, I know. We'll just go ahead and put one of these bad boys right there and call that golden. All right, yeah, the cliff is definitely coming along. I do like it. We need to fill in this area a little bit more like that. All right, and some water. Some water. There we go. Did you read my backstory? I did not. I very blatantly said that. JKM, how you doing? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, we'll be coming up with an officialized kind of swordfish backstory eventually. I know Lumiere's not finished yet and there's time to change things, but is there anything you wish to done differently from the start, or are you completely happy with how it's turned out so far? The only thing I'm not happy about is the limitations I had before the mod update. And so at the last episode of Lumiere, I'm going to go through and update some blocks and adjust some architectural choices to fit the more, like you can see this is a far more fragile style, more detailed style than anything over here. The mod just provided so much more possibilities. So when I'm done, but everything else I'm happy with. I'm really happy with this build overall. It's just updating the old castle to fit with the mod update. So not being around. Huh? But yeah, it's good to see you again there, JKM. I have noticed you haven't been around, but It's good to see you now. I'm sure life has been busy though, so I understand that 100%. Okay, so we need to figure out what to do there. I'm going to put that right there. And something like this right there, because we do want the roots of this tree to kind of really fan out a good bit. Also, maybe another root kind of coming out right there, possibly. And another root. Yeah, I think that's okay. Just have that root right there. And then we can put a little bit of this on top. Real Sim Plays, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Is Photoshop free? Technically it is if you pirate it. But no, if you get the actual Photoshop, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. I think it's like $20 a month for the trial, or not the trial, but the, yeah, it's $20 a month, I think, if you want to officially get it. Okay, I'm still not fully happy with that, but I guess we should actually try to finish this here. But I don't want to do the river tonight. I don't want to do the creek tonight, so we'll come back to that. I kind of want to focus on this area right now, right here. We only got about an hour left of streaming, so let's try to focus on figuring out what to do here. I want to put more beehives, and so I think that's what we're going to do. Like a wall or a village? A village? No. No village up here. I do want to add more beehives though. So let me look up, you know what? I have seen some things before that I really liked. I have seen something before that I think will work for this. We just gotta see if it will work. So what did I need? I needed this, railings, and I need beehives. I suppose we could use this, technically. No, that doesn't look very good. Maybe this. Yeah, I say that looks pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna need that. Put those all the way around, like so. Put those like that. Put that like that. And then it needs a roof of some type. I need to use these bad boys here. And I need to figure out, like, what is the roof going to be of this thing? And am I even going to use this design? I'm not certain. But if we did that, what kind of roof would... Oh, I know what we could do. Just use these again. I don't think this is the one I'm looking for. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, not that, but let's see here. If we did that. The only issue is that centerpiece right there. You pay monthly subscription to Adobe, and in return you get all their programs. Poor student. Staircase. I think that this is actually going to work. The only problem I have with it is how it meets in the middle there. Not a huge fan of that. What else can we do here for this, though? Is there any other solutions we might have? Also, I need to make a dirt underneath. There we go. Makes it look a little more realistic. And then we're going to add a few more around like this. Just kind of makes sense to have a few extra beehives kind of around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's really all we can fit up here. But yeah, is there any other type of like thing, like the wooden staircases like this that actually... Here, let's actually look this up. No, this one. Stair... Oh shoot, am I recording? I am, good. Okay. I almost thought I wasn't recording there. Staircase. Alright, so there's only these two. Yeah, there's only those two, if I remember correctly. I don't see any others. Yeah, it's just those two right there. We do have this, though. But wait, that's not going to work because you can't make it upside down. Okay. I don't like to build anymore because I made a city, but I lost all my worlds. Yeah, I can imagine that would probably be very... That would not be good. I would not like that one bit. Losing everything that I've done would pretty much... Yeah, that would do the same thing for me there. I'm not a bot for sure. Which reminds me, I need to back up this world again. I keep a backup of this world. I have it on 2 hard drives. And I haven't backed it up for a little bit. So that is something I will do after this stream today. Okay, so now you guys should start seeing the plan. And we're going to put a lot of flowers up here. I'm going to make it just an overall really pretty little place. Alright, and then we're going to use these baskets again. I think I'm going to make them closed in, though. Because I kind of imagine those little basket holes, like all the holes in the basket would be like little places for the bees to come out. So it's kind of like interlaced and such. Because bees kind of like warm environments, like warm, cozy environments. I don't imagine they would like the idea of being exposed to the elements all that much. That's not how bees roll. Alright, so we got turn fast on. I don't understand why, but it used to not matter. But now the only way I can use World Edit with FAWE is with fast on now. I can't use it otherwise. Okay, we need to put that there. That there and that there. Alrighty, we're coming along, guys. Yes, I know these look really bulky, but I think that they work overall because, you know, they do look like beehives. I mean, it's kind of hard to not look. It's kind of hard to look at these and not think beehives. You know, that's just how I feel. Yeah, when I went to school, I had to buy Photoshop as well. Not actually, my high school. My high school gave me a free copy of Photoshop, but my college did not. They gave us computers to work on at the college, but they never gave us, like, for our personal use or for, you know, back at our dorms or whatnot. Fortunately, I had a pirated version, so I didn't have to worry about that. But for people that actually tried to follow the law, they did not have Photoshop. Okay, and another thing we can do to give us give these a little bit more of an interesting look is possibly use these on the sides. What do you guys think about that? Does this give it a better, maybe on the outside too, like maybe all the way around? What do you guys think about that? And maybe one open side, possibly? Or... no, maybe that's not going to work. They also look like mini houses. I suppose they do, actually. Why can't I... oh, I see. This is why. You can't place things on baskets, but these are considered full blocks. And so that's why you can place on the full baskets. I'm getting some really bad drop frames right now, guys, so you're probably going to be noticing some lag. Some pretty bad lag at that. Maybe on the sides it should stay... No, I don't know. It looks alright. Also, I'm kind of thinking doing that. I feel like it makes it look more supported. Also, it makes it look a little bit more cohesive. Instead of having, you know, all these different wood colors. So at least one of the types of wood goes all the way to the ground, making it seem a little more stationary. I kind of like that. But I do like the idea of possibly opening up one side and using some kind of different block choice there. Like only the sides that would be accessed typically. And I don't know what block looks like something that like almost like a shutters maybe. Let me look here. I suppose there's these. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is that's probably too much. I'm building beehives right now. There, British guy. It's fine. I lag all the time. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. I'm hoping that... Oh, these might work. Yeah. I like that. Honestly, I think I might do that on both sides. Because I really like how that looks. It really looks like a proper beehive. Because, yeah, I do like this. That looks really, really good. See, just a little bit of experimentation. And eventually, we'll come up with something that looks good. Yeah. We got flying bugs. We'll be adding those in, sure. For sure. I'm just finishing it up. There needs to be something behind it. Something to block the view. So we need trees there as a sight blocker. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we do cypress trees. What other options do we have? Because whatever we do, that whole side needs to be kind of blocked. Oh, we could do these. Let's just do a bunch of these trees. Yeah, this will work. I don't see how this won't work, actually. This will be perfect. We're just gonna do a whole bunch of these smallish little oak trees. I'm gonna make it really thick too. A really thick collection of trees here. And they're all gonna have low branches and everything, and it's just going to be a really solid barrier. And you know, maybe these will almost be kind of covered in, kind of like shaded in a way, but only from the back side. So like maybe from sunset, but from sunrise, they're really open. But yeah, having patches of woods is a really good way of enclosing areas and also having realism and such. Because usually forests and everything are kind of in patches. Fruit gardens. Well, we are technically right next to orchards, so that makes kind of sense. The British guy, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I don't spoil Lumiere house when it's finished. Yeah, I can't wait for Lumiere to be finished. You know, for multiple reasons. For you guys to be able to see through it, and for me to finally be able to say I finished something, you know, recently. Because the last thing I finished, I think, was, let's see, Grey Ridge, Aldern Hill. I think it was Grey Ridge, actually. Like the last full project, and that's back when I had a lot of time. And everything since then has been like kind of small projects here and there. But just realize, guys, that what you're seeing here is just the only reason you're all so excited about it is because you haven't seen it yourselves. I guess the novelty of this build is that it's, you know, it's not publicly viewable. If it were publicly viewable, it'd just be like any other build. And, you know, it's not that I'm trying to say that it's not. I'm just saying that, you know, just don't get so overhyped about it. That's all I'm saying. Because you'll probably be disappointed when you actually join the game, because it's, things always seem bigger on screen, I suppose. When am I going to build the last part of the castle? Once I'm finished this back corner of the plot, then I'm going to get to the Lord's residence. That is coming up soon. So stay tuned. I suppose that's not going to work there. And I don't want to put that there because it kind of, it's right in line. Well, then if we did this here, that's not going to work either. So we're going to have to do that maybe. And then we got to put another one right here, but like a short one. So something like that. I don't really have a end date, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you there, Max. I have no clue. Fruit trees, usually beehives for the blossoms of the trees. Yes, yes, yes. But I like these kind of like in a patch of woodlands. Like you got all these miscellaneous little tiny trees here. We've done this elsewhere too. Like I've done this kind of technique of building like a little forest like that over here, as you can see. And it really blocks the outside. And that's the mission. Is what we're trying to do. And we're going to make these really tall towards the back. And it kind of overshadows the front. I suppose we'll keep that one down. We'll have the middle as the tallest. Be kind of like up, down, and such. And it'll keep going down there. I guess this one can be a kind of tall one here. Because we do like the variation. It just makes it seem more natural. Like we don't want everything to be the same height. Yet we don't want to make it so extreme that it ends up being really weird and just out of place. And so what we try to do is implement height variations in a way that it all works together in a cohesive, balanced state. Do I play any other games? Only when I'm inspired to. It's like, I think, yeah, I played Skyrim. Before I got back into my building inspired mode, I did a lot of Skyrim. And now that I'm back in Minecraft building, I am no longer inspired to play Skyrim. But yeah, I'm usually more for adventure games like that. And I do play the occasional like strategy game with my brother. For example, Sins of a Solar Empire with the Armada 3 mod. Oh my gosh, it's such a good game. But yeah, if you guys like Star Trek and you like space strategy, get the Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion game, and then download the Armada 3 mod for it, and it's just, oh my gosh, incredible. Supreme Commander was another game we used to play a good bit. Company of Heroes is a good one. Homeworld, that's definitely one we like. What other games have we played? We played Battlefront 2. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is one of my favorites. What other games do we play together? Honestly, that's about it. Supreme Commander, I said that. No, I'm not going to be continuing Crime. That build is gone forever. However, if we get this Seabridge 2.0 set up, then there's a possibility following that to do Crime 2.0, how it should have been. Because as I was building Crime, same thing with Seabridge, I've developed lore as I was building. And then I came to realize that the space that I was building on was way too cramped or small for what I have planned for projects like that. So if we do Seabridge 2.0, it's going to be built on, you know, an incredible map. Or same thing with Crine, it's going to be built on an incredible map. Very large. It's going to be planned out the wazoo. It's going to be an incredibly organized project. Battlefield 3, huh? I never played that. I've heard a good bit about it, though. I've heard good things about it. I've never really been a huge first-person shooter fan. I more prefer strategy over first-person shooter. I only play first-person shooters for my brother whenever he wants to play them. But I prefer, obviously, doing this much more. I prefer the calmer, less violent things. It's not that I mind violence. It's not really that. It's just I don't have as much fun doing first-person shooter things as I do with, well, say, building a castle. Or a striving empire on a strategy game. A thriving empire. That's what I was going to say. Did I say striving? I meant thriving. Are you going to continue crying? But yeah, I'm really excited about the Seabridge stuff because we have been doing some major lore advancements lately. We've less been focusing on Seabridge, and we've been more focused on the main foundation to the lore. Like the Empire is a foundation to the lore. Like magic. Like how the Empire formed, the regions of Abathon, the Imperial Continent. We've been working on the governing kind of system of the Empire. We've been working on coming up with trading guilds, or the largest trading guild, and how it directly relates to the Imperial system. We've been working, well, one thing I want to work on is mercenary companies. Like, you know, like the Golden Company on Game of Thrones. I want to do something of that nature. Like a really, well, yeah, just really interesting, unique mercenary. What's my most viewers ever? I think the most we ever got was like 250, but here it's usually like lately, because one, my stream quality is really diminished due to my internet issues, and then two, because well, it's just later at night. But if I stream on early on a Saturday, so if I stream tomorrow early, that's usually when I get the most. But the most I get usually, like, say if I stream every Saturday, and my average, what I get is probably 100, probably 120. But like 250 was like, I don't even know where that came from. It was just like, wow. Goodness. Yeah, I can do that later on there, Veda, for sure. Right. Yeah, we'll do a quick tour of the plot before I leave the stream, or leave you guys tonight, because I'm gonna have to leave here soon. I probably got another 20 minutes left in me at most. But yeah, that's coming along right there, I would say. The problem is this right here. I don't like that. It wouldn't make sense to have any plants in there, though. That is a huge hole right there, and I don't know how to fill that up. The only option we have is putting some kind of structural block there. But that wouldn't make sense because we got a tree swing. I suppose we're just going to have a hole right there. unfortunately. Maybe a bush possibly would work. When's the last time I played vanilla Minecraft? I can't even remember. Can't even remember. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna put actually another one of these. Yeah, I want another one of these built into the cliffside, so I'm gonna use these blockaties. Grab those two, that, and that. Alright, Aconite, have a good night. We'll see you next time. Shed for the candle maker. That's not too bad of an idea. That's not too bad of an idea, actually. We could make a little, like this could be the garden for the candle maker. And then we could have a shed back here, but it would be underneath the tree. Which isn't totally a bad idea. I kind of like that idea, actually. Alright, so my plan here, that's a good idea. A little shed back here would be a really interesting way of filling up this space. So we're going to need some doors. I'm just gonna kind of like throw this idea together really quick to get it kind of sorted out. I'm gonna set it back one more, actually, something like this. Actually, no, it's gonna be in one more, like that. So it's gonna be built off the plot. No. 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 Bad. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Okay, alright, alright. And then what we are going to need is some kind of stone along the base. I'm gonna say probably this Italian stone. It's gonna be kind of built along the base like that. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, maybe we're gonna use this stone. I don't know. I kind of like that idea. It's probably not gonna work though. Like a little barn. We're gonna make it smaller, something like that. And then it needs to have, I suppose, Tudor on top of that. Like, what Tudor would make sense? I think this brown Tudor is the most sensible type of thing to use. That or that, like, kind of daub thing, but we'll just go for this right now. Also, I think what we're going to do to make it seem a little bit more flowing is push it all back one block. Oh, wait, no, the issue with that's going to be an issue with the roof. So let's not do that. The front we can do that, but we'll do that after we're completely sure. Here we go. What am I working on? I am working on the a shed right now. I'm trying to block out this little like hole in our plot or our view space, viewing area. I don't know how to say it, but we're trying to block the view. So I'm trying to come up with a somewhat interesting way to do so. With a little bit more work, I think we're going to be all right. I just need to develop this idea so that it works. There we go. And then we need on top of that some roofing. I'm looking at the roof colors. Something like this I think would be a good color. Brown. Just something very mediocre colored. There we go. Problem is we have, it's going to be a too wide there, so it's going to look kind of cheesy. And let's do this here. Actually, we might be able to work with that. Because usually sheds or things of this sort have kind of more of a gambrel type roof. So I might look into doing that. But let's see first before we commit. And then we're going to need beams. Well, obviously we can use these beams here. So that makes that a little bit easier on us. There we go. That sounds good. My shed in the yard is so much. This map is awesome. I've never come anywhere close to making. I don't know about that, Vado, but just keep building and you for sure will. Maybe make a low-hanging branch of the tree with a swing. I kind of like this. I like this idea. We just got to make it work now, and we're getting there. I'm confident with this plan. It just needs developed. Just needs developed. Hang with me, people. Oh, actually, we could use this instead. But we're going to need to do it this way. Problem with that is it doesn't cover... Yeah, it doesn't cover the inside, so that's not going to work, sadly. Like, if we wanted that to work, it would have to cover the ends, like the, yeah, anyways. I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say there. And then comes back down right there. We'll do the same thing right there. So we'll go up, 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 and down. And we'll go up, up, and down. Yep, all right, I'm liking this. It's coming along. We still got to work on this side here. And so I suppose a good method of doing so is using these like that. And then we can kind of dip it like this. And then use... The only issue I have with this is how they... Oh, I might have a way to fix that, actually. Alright, we'll do that there and that there. And then we can use the carpet block on top. That covers up the issue that we had. And then we can do that. And that kind of gives us what we need there. And it would be nice to put like little bits of windows here. This is by far the best example of your building skills on this plot. Oh goodness. Yeah, just let me, you gotta develop ideas. That is the only way. It's like it's the same thing with this. Like everyone thought that this was terrible, but honestly, I like the result. It's the same thing gonna be for this shed. You gotta hang with me. You gotta give me some time to develop. That's the only way we're gonna get this stuff actually turning out any bit good. One thing I do want to do here is something like that, but with let's put, oh come on, there we go. That right along like so, and then we can use, I think beams will work for this. If I'm not mistaken, we'll make like a little bit of place like that. Take all the crops out, of course. And then will this work? It doesn't connect. All right, so now what about railings? This is our next option. Oh, come on. There we go. It still doesn't connect. How do we connect this? Oh wait, that looks terrible. Maybe it needs to be more like maybe all of that has to go. Put all of that back. And then put those all along the side. This is a problem, guys. Oh, I might have a solution. might have a solution. I think that this might work. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit wonky, but at least it looks like it's supporting those 3D models there. Build the whole roof down to the ground. No, this is just supposed to be like a little place that you can kind of walk under. So like maybe like little tools are under there. A couple like baskets of things, and I don't know, just random things that we can come up with eventually. Now, I don't know. I do like the idea of having light stone at the bottom, but I suppose it would just make more sense to use dark stone. I liked it, to be honest, but I'm sure you know better than me. You liked what? Oh, the original roof. But yeah, I think we're gonna like what we're doing here. We just gotta finish the plan. On the inside, I suppose we'll go ahead and use. This is usually a good roofing wood. It makes it a really mild color on the inside, though, so I don't know. It would be nice to have these as kind of open, like that. And then maybe we could do this to kind of keep it open, like a little barn roof thing. But I want to keep it even smaller than that. Because while that is neat, it just flows too... It doesn't work. What else can we do there? A place for tools and baskets. Oh, you mean a shed. Well, it's like just like a place on the side of the shed to put things. Garden tools. Just kind of put it up against the wall without the rain getting on it. I'm really liking this, though. I am liking this. And something that I have done in the past, and I do think will definitely make this look better in itself, is adding the putting the beams all the way down to the ground there on the sides of the logs. I do like that. I'm not sure about these the tutor on the side though. Just something about it's not really working. Maybe it needs to be wood. Do you guys agree with that? Like maybe the side should be some kind of wood instead. It's like maybe something like that. HG Vado, thank you for that follow and welcome to the stream. Great to have you. It bothers me the shed is cut in half. Yeah, even that's not really working because of the stone foundation at the bottom. Well, technically we don't need the stone foundation either. And Tudor would have been able to be built to the ground because, I mean, it's pretty much just earthy materials. But I don't like that it's disconnected, like all those different joints in it. That's one issue that I am finding with this. And it wouldn't make sense to have it full stone. Don't like that. So what we need is a connected texture, I agree. But the only, well, maybe this will connect. It doesn't connect. I know this connects. Wait, that doesn't even connect. What? This used to connect. Oh, wait, we need the connected one. Oh, I remember now. Wait, isn't there? There we go, vertical connection. That's what we wanted. This is the current plan. Okay. But that's way too light. I don't like that. Alright, so we're gonna need a clay, I suppose. Some kind of darker clay. Like a colored clay, but not like a really bright colored clay. Yeah, me too there. I definitely agree they need to fix that. Maybe something like that. That's still, it's too light. It needs to be darker. Man, like who knew that something like this would be so hard to do? Like, goodness gracious. Why can't it just be easy, right? Maybe a natural texture. I would think something like natural red and no, not that. What about that? I don't think that this is going to work. Obviously not. It was worth a try though. Yes, they have added survival support. Maybe this should be wood. You know, I just don't see any other option right now. That's not going to work. I think what the issue is like the differing textures. Like, I feel like that texture, whatever we use back here, is going to need to be like, what was the pack that Conquest kind of merged with? It's gonna have to be one of their textures. I know this is one of their textures, but this is too dark, I think. Or we decided was too dark. Try the Wattle Tutor. Yeah, I was thinking that. Just haven't tried it yet. If I can find the Wattle Tutor. There it is. I think we might have found a solution. But I'm not certain yet. I'm not going to get your guys' hopes up too much. We do need to adjust it a little bit if I can find what I need. There we go. That's what I need. Needs to go up and back down. I think that might be it, guys. I like it. That is a great solution, guys. We have finally found it. Yes! Yes! Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, that looks good. I do like that. It's like not brightly colored. It doesn't overly saturate the environment. I think that works. It works with the colors. The palette kind of works together. One thing we do need to work on is the roofing here. I want to give it a little bit more shenanigans. So having a little bit of differing colors usually is something I like to do. So like maybe there's a patch of roof over here that kind of fell in and they needed to repair. So like just something like that, like little patches of extra roofing. Okay. Yeah, I've built this for a long time. It has been a very, very long time. But I don't remember exactly how long it's been. I haven't been keeping track. And we are coming up on me having to go here soon. So I am going to try to finish this up as quick as I can. We need to add in some tools over here. I suppose that's a pretty good tool there. Having some kind of stool here would be nice. A little table to kind of like work at. I always think that that's kind of an important thing. And then what could there be on top of the table? Maybe a shovel. Like, yeah, maybe he's just taking a break. Oh, shovels would usually be leaned up against the wall. So I don't really see that being realistic. What else would be realistic? I'd re-add the foundation on the long side again. I kind of like it just being the wattle, to be honest. I do like that. But what would make sense on top of the table here? So this is a garden here, so there's peas being grown. Honestly, I can kind of mix this up so that it's more of a mixture of different crops, but we'll do that later if we do decide to do that. A bucket in front would be cool. A drink. Ah, yes, that is such a good idea there, Coco. Fantastic idea. There we go. A little mug to drink from. And then we can put a crate up against the wall in the back. The problem with that is it connects. I don't like that. So maybe a barrel. That does not connect. Good. And then we can do a wheel. Plunk, and voila. I like it. One other thing I think could make this place look a little bit better. It's a little bit of yellow carpet just kind of randomly splattered in. Beautiful. Why do we have this lighting bug here? That is not acceptable. There we go. Not acceptable at all. And then I guess we're gonna have to make a way to get up here. So I need to make like a path through this wall. And then it needs to have kind of like a pathway up and around to get to these beehives up here. A hammer, shears. Do you build organics? I have not, no. So I'm sure I would enjoy it if I did get into that, though. I feel like this shed should have some like some ventilation, some kind of like hole there, but I don't see how that's going to work, so not really necessary, I don't think. I do also want to make this kind of like that instead, and then we can kind of border it in using these, as you can see, so that way it looks a little more naturally placed. And then we can make like a path up to it. So I can kind of do that right up to the door. Same thing for inside the door. There we go. And then maybe dirty, or yeah, maybe something like this. I was gonna say dirty grass, but I think that's a little bit more appropriate for the spacing. Do fixed lighting. A bird sitting on the roof of the shed. Alright, I like that idea. Why not? Let's do a crow sitting right there. Or actually, no, a pigeon. Pigeons usually sit on top of roofs. In fact, we're going to have 2 pigeons. And I'm going to have an owl swooping down to eat one of the pigeons. It's flying the wrong way. There we go. This actually goes back to a story. I was at a party one time and I was coming down the hill from my parents' house, and it was like late at night, and I heard a whoosh over me, and there was an owl that was swooping down. There's 2 mourning doves sitting on top of my the garage, and the owl just came down and ate up one of the pigeons. And there was like all this like screaming and everything. That was not a happy night for that mourning dove, but it was a happy night for the owl. Owl definitely ate very well that night. Okay, so that is definitely good. And we're going to add another one of these little tree majiggers right here. Tree mathingers, mathingamajiggies. I love these trees. Like, these things really bring this whole plot together. Like, I feel like that's like a really unique kind of feature across this plot, is these little trees with the heather on top. It really brings out some color and a very unique aspect that I really like. There we go. Yeah, I will put stuff inside the shed eventually. I'm just trying to finish off some main details before I get into there. Because I will be having to go here very soon. In fact, I should be going now. But I'm going to finish this tree first. And then we will be heading off for the night. However, I do plan on being back tomorrow for another stream. So as long as I don't fall ill or some unforeseen event occurs, let's plan on me being back tomorrow at on a much more European friendly time versus now being not a very European friendly time. But yeah, tomorrow should be a good stream and hopefully a longer stream, and we'll be able to get a lot done. This episode of Lumiere shouldn't actually take that long, but I do plan on doing some underground in this part to start tying some things together. Like I do plan on doing a little bit of underground caves and things. Like I kind of had this plan to have like a secret cave entrance right here that would lead down into like a little goblin tunnel sort of thing. I haven't fully developed that idea yet, but like it's just like a little crack in the ground pretty much is all I'm planning. So like if you look at it from above ground, it just looks like this little crevasse or like a little hole in the ground. But it would actually be like a cave entrance to some kind of goblin tunnels. So that was kind of my plan there. But we probably will do a little bit of underground in this episode of Lumiere, which I know a lot of you are going to be like, no, don't do it. But, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. Because we do have a major underground episode coming up here eventually. You know, I'm really looking forward to finishing up the Lord's Residence, because we're also going to be doing the cellars for the Lord's Residence too in that episode. Just going to be doing a lot of stuff. But it's just going to feel so good to finally have the Lord's Residence out of the way. It'll be so, so good. There we go. Did you fix the doors? Did I fix the doors? What was wrong with the doors? The doors are facing the wrong way. Ah, look at that. No, I did not notice that. There we go. Fixed. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I really like this up here. The thing is we're going to have to add in a lot of flowers and things. But that'll be our next stream. Is there anything else I want to do for this stream? That hole is filled. We're going to add bushes along that sight line there. It's kind of like how I tactfully did this spot over here. Wait, did I? Yeah, right here. I kind of added bushes along the lower edges, like this right here. I'm going to add some bushes there to make it more of a solid sight line versus seeing all that sky, because as it is, it just kind of like diminishes the atmosphere of the build. But with a little bit of work, we'll definitely get that sorted out. I'm going to add the bees once we add all the flowers in and such around this little hill area. So that will be coming soon. But anyways, guys, it has been a great stream tonight. I appreciate you all stopping by. Oh, I suppose we can do a quick little tour of Lumiere. I'm sure some of you that maybe are new to the stream have not seen Lumiere. Let me see if I can up the bit rate a little bit so we can see a little bit better. So if my upload rate is actually any good right now, we could possibly up the streaming rate. No, it's not actually. I'm dipping below right now. Dang it. Leon, how you doing? Welcome. Wow. I literally had points there where I'm getting like 0 upload. Yeah, it's probably not even worth me doing a showcase right now because this is like lagging terribly. Yeah, it's not gonna work, guys. My internet's just terrible right now. So You all have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. And I hope to be back sometime in the near future and be getting a lot more done. So I'll see you around, guys. See you next time.